Hello YouTubers, subscribers, friends, welcome to my channel. This is the old exhaust off of my Jeep Liberty. These are the catalytic converters. These things had a bunch of stuff broken inside, and shake it and it would fall out all black stuff. Two of those. I had to cut it off because it was all welded in one piece. I've been working on this Jeep Liberty for the last week and a half, waiting on parts, and when the parts come in, I put them on. I put a new serpentine belt, new oil change, new spark plugs, new coil packs. Check out them coil packs. New fuel injectors, this new battery. This fuel injector is broken, so it kept popping off, so I had to order new fuel injector connectors. Hopefully they come in today and I can change that one. But it's running good. The check engine light is finally off. I put the exhaust on last night, or not last night, but yesterday. Let's see if I can show. There's the new catalytic converters. That thing took me 3.5 hours to get installed, and it only goes back to right there. Let's see if I can zoom in. That's the end right there, because I'm still waiting on the muffler. For a week and a half I've been waiting on it. This pipe goes to the end there, and then the muffler connects to this, and then I have another tip that comes with the muffler that comes out the back right here. So I'm waiting on all those parts. This right here will not fit over this right here. It will not fit, so I could connect this pipe to that other pipe, which extends it out farther. So I have to run into town and get one that will fit over this. It will fit over this area, but it has to fit over here. But I also got to work on my wife's car. This is the thermostat. It's throwing a code that the thermostat temperature sensor is bad. So, and then on top of that, the catalytic converter slow deficiency or something like that. So I priced the catalytic converter at $1,600 for this one right here, $900 for the one towards the back, which is crazy. So I told my wife, this thing's got almost, what, I think it's got a little over 200,000 miles. I'm not sure, something like that, maybe 180, maybe 108,000, I think she told me. So I told her before we go blowing money on freaking catalytic converter, because this thing is fat, man. And I've seen videos where it says that you don't want to use an aftermarket. I got aftermarkets on the Jeep and they work fine, but all the aftermarkets for this one are half the size. So I told her, let me put new oxygen sensors. I put that one on. It was easy to get to. And that one down there was a pain in the butt, man. But yeah, the check engine light went out for 2 days, and then it came back on. It came back on for the catalytic converter low deficiency and the thermostat sensor temperature thing. I couldn't find the sensor alone, so I had to buy a whole new thermostat. So I'm going to change that sensor today. I couldn't remember that. I thought I still had the plastic thermostat housing, but I forgot I changed this about 1.5 years ago. I changed that to new, and a new water pump. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and then I got to run into town, and on my way into town I'm going to check on the Crestedsaguaros. I haven't seen in a while, and a new one. So I'm going to get this popped out, and then I'm going to head into town. Alright, so no matter how hard I try, I can't get this thing out even when I pull that clip out. So I said, let me go check on the old one. And I got the clip out, and I went to pull it out, and it broke in half and stuck inside there. I cannot get that out. So now I'm going to have to go the long route and change the whole thing now. Alright, so you want to make sure you put something here to keep anything from falling down in there. I'm not going to take that clamp off till I get this off. I got all the bolts off. I just got to pop it down, and then I can get to that clamp a lot easier, because that was a nightmare last time I took this off. As you can see, That's the old sensor broke off. I would have never got that out. I'm glad I bought the whole setup. This garbage made in China crap. Thermostat's still good, but that sensor area right there, garbage. It's much easier to put the hose back on before you put this back on, and then snug these down. Don't do these really tight. I don't know what, I think 7 inches pounds, something like that. I don't know. I just snug them up one good time. Then I'm going to put a little bit of grease here, O-ring grease here, so this thing isn't so hard to pop off next time for the next repair. And just put it all back together and add your radiator fluid and bleed the system. Alright, got it all put back together. Got the cap off, got that filled up. Gonna let it run and warm up. Got the heater on high. No leaks. Reset the code before I started the car. And I told my wife I found the aftermarket, what do you call those things, that canister down there? For like 60 bucks. You could try one of those. That's not too hard to take off and replace, but gonna let this warm up for about 5-10 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it for a long drive into town, check on some Crestedsaguaros, get some parts for the Jeep, and then back home. Alright, I'm gonna get a couple really short hikes in. I want to see this Crested over here. Look how tall this freaking barrel cactus is. Man, that thing's good, 6.5 feet tall. Fish hook. There are some saguaros that are potting over there, getting ready to bloom, and there's some that are already bloomed, but not a whole lot. There it is over there, I see it. Alright, this one does got flower on it. Yep. First crested saguaro I've seen with flowers on it this year, 2025. This one's probably about 12 feet tall. This is the time of the month, April. I don't really like going out hiking, so I've been doing other stuff. But yeah, this is cool. Alright, let's continue to the next one. Right, look at this saguaro blooming. There's the crest over there. I actually know this guy. I met him at the dog park. He's very protective of this crest. He's got an alarm system all the way around it, cameras on it, lights. But this property right here is for sale, so you can see it from this property. Look at all them bees. Not a lot of saguaros with blooms this year. I don't know why. That one's getting a little bigger. Trying to get a good shot from here. Don't want to focus. Beautiful. Alright, let's go check on the one that says dead. Yep. Looks the same since the last time I was here. Let's get a little closer look. I remember I found this back in 2010. It's in rough shape though. Has a little one growing on the back though. I got a huge thorn stuck in my knee crawling under that fence. Alright, let's head into town. This is what you call a conglomerate saguaro. And since I gotta go buy it, I figure I'd stop and look at it. I'm wondering if it blooms flowers, but I guess not. Those are even more rare than Crestedsaguaros. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm gonna head to AutoZone and see if they have the muffler, the exhaust clamp. Say it's supposed to get about 100 degrees today. It is, what is it, 95 degrees, what it says in my wife's car. I haven't been to this AutoZone in a long time, but it don't feel like it's 95. You have to be careful when you're buying car parts, because they wanted to charge me $15.99 for this 2 1/4 exhaust clamp. This one's too small, and I read the tag, the price on the shelf, it was $5.99, and she charged me $15.99. So they have to refund me $13.99, $5.99. So yeah, be careful when you're buying parts, man. AutoZone, they'll charge you double, man. You're not paying attention. So the mileage is 186,723. I've been driving around for about an hour and a half. The check engine light has never came back on, and I researched that the temperature sensor can trigger a weak catalytic converter. Don't ask me why, but that's what I saw in a video. So before you go out and spend $1,600 on a catalytic converter, try the cheaper parts first, the oxygen sensors, the temperature sensors, and see what happens. I'm going to be driving around town for the next maybe hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'll let you know if it ever comes back on. Alright, here at Harbor Freight, I'm going to go see how much a freaking ball joint tool cost remover. And I need some heat shrinks. Well, they got one case ball joint removal tool for $89. I bought this 9-piece heat shrink tubing because I always need it and I never have it, for $2.16. I'm going to head over to AutoZone and see what it costs to rent that tool, because I'll probably never use it again. So let's go there. So I stopped at O'Reilly's, $167.72 to rent it. That is crazy. AutoZone's across the street there. I gotta run up here, grab me something to eat, and on the way back I stop at AutoZone. And if they're not any cheaper, then I guess I gotta go buy that one at Harbor Freight, which she told me if I return it, there's a 25% restocking fee. So, man, I might have to buy a tool. So to rent it at AutoZone, it's $148 plus tax to rent it. And he's like, that's okay, you'll get it back if you return it. I think I might just have to go buy the Harbor Freight one. That's expensive, man. What happened to it? I remember last time I rented one, it was like 25 bucks. What happened to that, man? Alright, so I came back to Harbor Freight and bought the tool. 10-piece ball joint service kit for 2-wheel drives and 4-wheel drives. It was $89, and then with tax, hold on, it was $84.99, and then with tax, it came out to $92.30. This is my wife's work car, so I think I'm going to end the video here, go home and start working on the Jeep. First, I gotta stop at the car wash and vacuum this car out. It is dirty. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video of random stuff I'm doing today. Busy, busy, busy. Leave me a comment down below, and thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.